Hello everyone and welcome back to George's Gaming Guides. This is my second episode on LEGO Marvel Superheroes, and as I'd forgotten to mention in the last episode, my channel is inspired from Happy Thumbs Gaming, so shout out to him for loads of help and guides throughout this channel. Let's get right into it.
Dr. Doom, it's Dr. Octopus. I found it.
So here we are in the Baxter building fighting against Dr. Octopus. We have Captain America and Mr. Fantastic here, who will be fighting against him.
Give it up, Octavius.
So right here, there's a little explosion that happens through here, which reveals something we can build with.
You won't get away with those pieces, Dr. Octopus.
This will then unlock a terminal after the explosion, which can be used as Mr. Fantastic. He turns into some form of screwdriver and can unlock Captain America's shield terminal. Those are commonly used to unlock something, and in this case it unlocks some form of lift or elevator, depending on where you're from in the world. Now usually I'll go on top of it, but I decided to go through the fire to get some really good studs, although then I died to the fire. Once I finally get on the lift, or elevator, however you say it, once again, Dr. Octopus pulls down some solar panel thing and creates fire. Luckily, as I've just shown you, you can walk through fire with Captain America.
Get after him, Cap.
Once you've done so, you can then switch back to Mr. Fantastic and build what had been caused in the mayhem. Or build what had been broken in the mayhem. You know what I mean. Anyways, now a vent appears, which you can go through as Mr. Fantastic, and you can then use a pulling device thing, I don't know what to call it, as Mr. Fantastic, as I had shown in the first episode. After you've done so, you can build another Captain America shield terminal, and it will then unlock another, I don't know what to call it, what do I call it, some other device, which you can then operate with Mr. Fantastic, as he is supposedly the smartest man alive, or something. I don't really know what to call him anymore. Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, smartest man ever. I mean, there's so many names that go for him. It's like, what do I even call him? Anyways, now I'll switch back to Captain America, whom had somehow ended up here. And there is a laser that activates from stepping on the red button. Captain America can use his beam to deflect some form of beam objects, which is used lots more throughout the story. For now though, we have to deflect this blue beam onto a few solar panels. The solar panels, as shown, are in the middle of the room. Now, originally I didn't know where they led, but once I'd finished, I found that they opened a small hatch, and by small I mean absolutely massive, in the middle of the room.
An elevator. That is the quickest way to the roof.
As said in the dialogue, it seems to be some sort of elevator or lift. So, now we go up to the roof. This is where he seemed to have broken out. There seems to be some sort of arrow flooring, which is blue. Now, if you know by now, Mr. Fantastic's colour scheme seems to be like blue and white. This can be used to glide across as him, but I miserably failed the first time. The second time, however, you need to jump right at the edge of it, just so you can make the right distance. That time I succeed, and there's another pulling handle. Now, a few more of Dr. Octopus's bots seem to appear, so I take out those first. Then it unlocks a ladder. I can get up, and I usually figured that the bot wouldn't follow me, but it does, which I was not happy about. It then unlocks a green and red button, which I can push around, not down. It then unlocks a few handles, which you can swing on as Captain America. Once you swing across, you would usually go and you would usually use Captain America's terminal. Although just a bit later you would use Mr. Fantastic and his terminal. So if you go here and break the terminal then, it would be a lot easier. Now I attempt to target the terminal, but I wasn't far enough forwards. Once I do, however, it cuts off some air circulation just near Mr. Fantastic, which can unlock another vent. Once he goes through it, he reunites with Captain America, and he can then use the Mr. Fantastic terminal, which I had previously talked about. He becomes a water pump and eventually blows into the water tower, which makes it burst. It then unlocks a building activity which we can use, and it makes some form of zip line that we can use.
Over there, Captain. What's the plan?
The zip line we use to get to Dr. Octopus, who ends up grabbing Reed Richards or Mr. Fantastic or whatever, and we need Captain America to save him, because obviously Captain America is so much better than the smartest man alive. Anyways, Dr. Octopus then escapes by breaking the edge of a building and climbing up a motel sign after we get up there. Eventually, after he climbs up, I see a glowing and exposed side of the hotel, motel, whatever thing. We can then target this with Mr. Captain America's shield, and it will then make the sign fall. A little part of a letter then falls off, which exposes the other side of the sign. We can then break that, and the sign will fall over. We can then cross it and be approached with another set of Dr. Octopus spots. Something that puzzled me for a moment was the thing that held the ladder up, which we can break with Captain America. We can then trample over the fire and go up an athletic wall, which I believe only Captain America can use. We then break a few objects and another Captain America terminal unlocks. I fail at building, however, and eventually I unlock it. You should now switch to Mr. Fantastic, and you can... And something that I hadn't noticed was that with the pulley, you can use Mr. Fantastic to it to grapple straight up, rather than, as shown in the first one, attaching a web to it for others to climb up. That is one-time use. I see another Mr. Fantastic glide, operation plate thing, whatever, and I see Dr. Octopus, sitting on the top of a Daily Bugle trumpet. I don't know my instruments, what is it? Someone tell me in the comments, please. Anyways, you can now target him with Mr. Fantastic and attack him. This reveals another pulley on the unknown instrument. Please let me know what it is in the comments. Once you pull it, it falls, which is quite obvious. It brings some of the sign with it too. No. This then makes another Fantastic Four panel, or Mr. Fantastic panel, that's just what I'm going to call it from now on. And you finally squish that octopus.
Parker, do your job. I want some play for bugle stories on the net thing or interface.
Yes, sir. Netface.
You understand the web, don't you?
The web? Yeah, it's a job and a hobby.
Subtle reference for him being Spider-Man. Web.
Doc Octopus? You're a real doctor, right? Because I have a page right here, and it goes down there. Ooh, and I've been over there, and wow.
Your cheap health plan doesn't cover office visits.
Parker! Parker! I need some footage of this for the website. How hard can it be? I mean, this time the news is coming to us.
You could record it with your smartphone, JJ, if you could figure out how to turn it on.
Lovely hint at J. Jonah Jameson being old.
Hey, guys.
Anyways, Spider-Man's finally come to stop the train of emotions.
You're
Reference
never gonna
to
catch
Spider-Man
me.
2.
You're wasting your time.
And we find some spider sense particles in the sky. Now, the best thing to do here is not actually use Mr. Fantastic right up until the end. Actually, no, don't listen to me, because you need him to get through to the garden. If you switch to Spider-Man, however, you can pull this control tower down, which can allow the others to cross the bridge. Usually you would use Spider Sense below, but you can web sling right to the top, as the Spider Sense only unlocks a wall you can go up. You unlock some fans so the other people can get up, other heroes, whatever. And you then build a terminal, which only Mr. Fantastic here could use, because once again he's the smartest man alive, apparently. Yet he was killed very quickly in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So much for being smart. Anyways, Mr. Fantastic's panel here can be used for him to turn into a rocket. He then takes the lift off with some somehow generated fuel, and you can then use the pulley handles, that's what I'm going to call them, to take the sign down. Now, just as you think you'd made it, just as you thought you could kill Dr. Octopus here, well, not kill, this is family friendly, defeat Dr. Octopus, he slings a helicopter right through the wall. Not violent at all.
Victory is now within my reach. Time to step on the spider.
Oh, such cruelty. You couldn't wrap me in a paper towel and toss me out the window?
No! What happened? Octobot!
Dr. Octopus decides to fall through the floor, and
Don't look at me.
I don't know, then he somehow climbs back up. More of his bots come, however, which is not fun, and he decides to stomp all over us.
Wait, he's trapped his arm in the ground. Let's attack while we can.
Good idea, Mr. Fantastic, because now you can attack his claw arm thing and damage him. Then there was 3 arms remaining. Dr. Octopus decides to try and trample all over us again, trying to squish the spider. Eventually his arm gets stuck again though, which is very unfortunate for him. Once destroying this though and absolutely tangling it, he then goes and jumps on a Roxxon truck, which is not very nice. Luckily not as many bots come this time, and we take out a few more of those. And he decides to trample all over us again. What is with this guy? Does he just not like spiders? Or captains, or Reed Richards, I guess. Don't know how to say it. Is him as a plural. His arm gets stuck for the, I'd say last time really. And now he can't move on 2 arms because he doesn't have to. And we just have to punch him.
Give it up. Crime never pays.
You'd be surprised. It covers medical and dental. Can't escape the long reach of justice, Ark.
Stop being so grabby, Doc.
I got it!
I got it!
I got it!
No, I got it.
Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. This is my second video on this channel, and I really appreciate for anyone who's watched. That was level 2 of LEGO Marvel Superheroes Times Square Off. We had unlocked Mr. Fantastic, Captain America, and Dr. Octopus. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be on episode and level 3. I'll see you all in the next video.